Microchip Electrophoresis, usually the design is cross-stitch design. It has short injection channel, longer suppression channel, one reservoir at each end which is for sample and background electrolyte, and another one is for waste reservoir. The channel dimension is for the depth 15 to 50 micrometer, width 50 to 200 micrometer, and length of suppression channel 1 to 10 cm. The volume of suppression channel is one order of magnitude smaller than conventional capillary systems. Small volume injector varies from 100 to 500 picoliters. With the decreases in volume requirement, pressure injection is more challenging. Hence, sample is injected electrokinetically by applying an electric field across the sample channel. All reservoirs are connected to electrodes. An injection voltage of several hundred voltage is applied across the sample and sample waste reservoir to migrate the sample to the injection source. Suppression voltage is then applied to suppression channel, which induce the suppression of analyte zone before they reach detection window downstream.
Here is the detection of telomerase activities. The sample we use is telomerase positive cell, negative cell, and inactive cell. We use the DNA ladder to check the presence of interested DNA fragment, and this is added as the standard. And for the electrophoresis solutions, we add in the SYBR gold, which add as the fluorescent dye for the detection. This is the electrophoresis for the standard and two human cancer cell lines. When positive cell is detected, shows that the cancer cell is present. The advantages of microchip electrophoresis is have shorter analysis time compared to the gel electrophoresis. For the disadvantages, the complex electrophoresis solution is required to enhance the sensitivity in this method. This is the analysis to determine the neurotransmitter in urine. The detector used is laser-induced fluorescence. The analyte is dopamine, norepinephrine, and serotonin in urine. Platinum is used as the electrode, and the running buffer is added to improve the resolution. Besides, the sample buffer is important in electrophoretic separation and signal enhancement. Part A of this electrophoregram is before spiking, and part B is after spiking. After spiking, we're able to observe our target analyte at peak 2, 3, 4. For the advantages of microchip electrophoresis is low sample consumes, and this is rapid operation. For the disadvantages, the limited separation efficiency, since analytes reach the detector in a shorter time, hence they have less time to diffuse.
Microchip electrophoresis can be used to determine uric acid and related compound in urine sample for chemical analysis. The instrument used is Micro-X HV-stat, and the microchip is single-channel SU8 Pyrex. The sample used is uric acid and related compound standard solutions. The detector is amperometric detection, and prior to use, the channel of microchip were rinsed with 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide for 30 minutes, followed by deionized water for 15 minutes, and buffer solution 20 millimolar MES for 10 minutes. This is the electrophoregrams for 10-fold dilute human urine sample with successive addition of uric acid. The advantages is one microchip can be used for more than 60 analyses, and disadvantages is for uric acid determination, enzyme-based reaction coupled with microchips electrophoresis we use. Employment of enzymes limits the separation conditions as well as increasing the cost per analysis and the complexity of the device.
Clinical analysis detection of HPV using microchip electrophoresis. HPV is human papillomavirus, which are related to human cervix cancer. The model used for this analysis is MCE202 multi-NA Shimadzu. The sample was used from Kaski cell and HeLa cell, which is cervical cancer cell line. The detector used in this experiment is fluorescent detector at 522 nanometer, and the voltage of electrophoresis is 250 volt. Figure A shows the electrophoretrogram of HPV-16 detection by general primer PCR and optimized primer PCR. PCR is stand for polymerase chain reaction, while the figure B shows the electrophoregram of HPV-18. The advantage using this method is rapid, simple, and automated detection of sample. And the disadvantage is many solution was used to make its PCR buffer solution.
This is the analysis to quantify the GSH in single cells from rat liver. Chemiluminescent detector is used in this experiment. Besides buffer and post-column oxidizer solution is prepared to enhance the detection. Separation voltage is chosen at 2400 volt to ensure the efficient separation. pH 9 to 10.2 give better separation in this experiment. Here is the electroparallelogram obtained from the assay of the cell lysate, which show in the real line, and the cell lysate spike with standard GSH shows in the dotted line. The advantages of the microchip electrophoresis is several processes included injection, localization, and membrane dissolution of single cell can be simply carried out on the microchip without additional membrane dissolution reagent. So this is more convenient. And for the disadvantages, more concentrated samples is needed to maximize the sensitivity since the injection plugs are shorter.
This is a non-competitive immunoassay for carcinoembryonic antigen, which carried out by microchip electrophoresis coupling laser-induced fluorescence. The sample solutions used including Ab2 asterisk only, which is known as fluorescein isothiocyanate labeled secondary antibody, Ab1, which is monoclonal antibody that incubated with Ab2 asterisk, and CEA, which is carcinoembryonic antigen incubated with Ab1 and Ab2 asterisk. The two important equations from immunoreaction part and MCE procedure can give you the detailed steps to understand the progress of the experiment. For the results part, a new peak at longer migration time can be observed for trace B is AB1-AB2 asterisk complex, the blue arrow, whereas for trace C is CEA-AB1-AB2 asterisk complex, the red arrow. By comparing the peak height of AB1-AB2 asterisk complex in trace B and C, the green arrows, it is actually decreased in the signal. These results indicate the non-competitive binding of CEA to AB1. Lastly, you can read the advantages and disadvantages of this technique approach on the slide.
Biomedical analysis. Microchip electrophoresis for detection of trace biomolecule. The microchip used in this analysis is double T-type glass microfluid chip. The detection is MCE-CL. CL is stand for chemiluminescent. The sample used was DNA sample and human plasma. There are several type buffer solutions used for this analysis, while the separation voltage is 2400 volt. Figure 1 show the electrophoregram for the DNA, while Figure 2 the electrophoregram for the blank sample that are diluted to healthy human plasma. The advantage of using this method is does not require special chip. Any kind of chip can be used for this experiment. Second, low sample volume, fast detection speed, and convenient operation, which means This method is very simple. The disadvantage of using this method is it uses many types of solution to do electrophoresis.
This is a microchip electrophoresis with chemiluminescence detection for simultaneous quantification of tire drugs. You can refer the oxidizer solution, labeling solution, and stock solutions on the slides. The above is the MCE procedure with the whole detailed steps for the experiment. You can look at the electrophilogram below that obtained from separation of tire drugs. Please focus on number 5 to number 8. The separation and detection is fast as require only 90 seconds below to finish the job. CP is the most polar, so taking more time to be separated out as compared to the other three drugs. The advantages include simplicity, short analysis time, small sample size, and automatization for determination of tire drugs in a complex matrix, while the disadvantage is sensitivity of this approach is still not high enough due to small sample injection volume.
Next, determination of paracetamol and vitamin C in pharmaceutical. The instruments used is Micro-X HV-stat and the microchip is SU8 Pyrex with integrated platinum electrodes. The sample used is acetaminophen and related compound standard solution. The detector is amperometric detection. And prior to use, the channel of microchip will rinse with 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide, deionized water, and buffer solution. The figure shown is the electrophoregram for determination of paracetamol and vitamin C. The advantages of this application is it has high speed, great versatility, and negligible consumption of reagent and waste generation, while the disadvantages is early stage of commercialization as it has drawback on the possibility of in situ analysis that need to be solved.
Besides that, microchip electrophoresis can use for the fast analysis of glycosaminoglycan. The equipment used is Hitachi microchip electrophoresis apparatus type SV1100. Detector is LED detector and the buffer contains ethidium bromide. The chip is made up of polymethyl methachloride and the chip design is simple cross-channel. From the chromatogram here, we can see the presence of hyaluronic acid, which is the main component of glycosaminoglycan. The advantage of using microchip electrophoresis is rapid, high sensitivity, and wide applicability to analysis of various biological material, while the disadvantage is longer sample preparation time.
A sensitive assay conducted by microchip capillary electrophoresis to detect the Escherichia coli in food samples. MCE instrument from Shimazu, Japan, with blue LED is used for detection of samples such as milk samples and mineral water. The aptamer name of E. coli is E1 with size 88 and its sequence is on the slide. Based on the figure 2, the spike recovery experiment showed that the E. coli could be recovered from spike, drinking water, and milk samples with recovery rates of 94.7% and 92.8% respectively. The advantages include rapid and specific E. coli detection that is low cost and require low amount of material could be achieved by using this MCE assay. The disadvantages are this method is still under development for further improvement, and not every type of bacterial aptamer complex and free aptamer are suitable to apply this method.
Determination of aldehyde in vegetable oil for food analysis. The instrument is glass microchannel chip with single-cross single separation were obtained from Markeling, Canada. The sample used is vegetable oil, and prior to use, the channel of microchip were rinsed with 0.1 molar sodium hydroxide, deionized water, and 15 millimolar borate solution containing 25 millimolar SDS and 35% of acetonitrile. The detector used is amperometric detector. The figure shown is the electrophoregrams for sunflower oil. The advantages is it has efficient separation, high speed, minimal reagent consumption, and small dimensions, while the disadvantages is lack of sensitivity compared to HPLC and potential incompatibility of the sample extract with the buffer.
One of the applications of microchip electrophoresis is the analysis of acrylamide in food products. As we know that acrylamide is one of the carcinogens that can cause cancer in human body. Most of our acrylamide can be found in potato products. The equipment used is SP800 MCMC system, and the detector is laser-induced fluorescence. The glass microchip design is simple cross-channel, and the running buffer is 100 millimolar of borate solution, platinum electrode, and the optimum pH is 9.3. From the chromacodem here, we can see that the concentration of acrylamide in the sample was 0.05 microgram per ml, while B, C, and D is shown by using the FAS with concentration. One of the advantages of using microchip electrophoresis is the easier miniaturization of the analytical instrumentation, and it can reduce the sample and reagent consumption, rapid operation, while the disadvantage is the inadequate detection limit for the detection of low abundance of acrylamide in food products. Besides that, microchip electrophoresis can be used for the trace analysis of D-tyrosine in biological sample. The detector used is the laser-induced fluorescence, and the chip is home-made glass or polydimethyl siloxane hybrid microfluidic chip. The pre-column derivatization reagent is the fluorescence isothiocyanate, and the buffer is 20 millimolar of borate. Optimum pH is 9.6, and the voltage applied is between 2000 to 3000 voltage. From the chromatogram here, we can see the presence of D-tyrosine and L-tyrosine, which is shown by the peak 5 and 6. One of the advantages of using microchip electrophoresis is the high separation efficiency, extremely low consumption of sample and reagent, easy integration, and automatization. The disadvantage is the separation was detected in parallel with implementing moving parts, and the configuration of channel on the chip affect the detection.
Environment analysis, determination of aromatic amines using microchip electrophoresis. The detector used was laser-induced fluorescent detector, and the sample taken was from wastewater from Yellow River and local textile plant sewage water. This experiment was conducted at China. The analyte target is benzidine, parachloroaniline, 4,4-diaminodiphenylmethane, 2,4-dimethyl-aniline, and orthotoluidine. The buffer solution used is standard borate buffer, while the voltage is quite high, which is in between 2500 to 3000 volt. Figure A shows the electrophoregram of Yellow River water sample, while Figure B shows the electrophoregram of the water sample from local textile plant. The black color peak, which is trace A, is the analysis of the original sample, while the red color which is trace B, is the analysis of samples that are spiked with 5 aromatic amines. The advantage of using this method is its rapid and sensitive detection, and trace amount analysis is required to do this analysis. But the disadvantage is you must adjust suitable buffer composition and pH to obtain good analysis.